want to thank Cyphacon for inviting us back every year. We're having a great time with it. So, who's excited about seeing some hypnosis today? All right. Who here, by show of hand, or actually by round of applause, has seen a hypnosis show before? All right. Excellent. Was it mine?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Great. All I have to live up to is my own reputation. That's good to know. I am Captain James C. Mesmer, and I'll be the captain of the ship today. In just a little while, 8 or possibly more lucky volunteers will get to come up here to the front of the stage. Well, okay, we're not going to be on that stage because that stage is scary. All right, I've been all over the world. That thing scares me. So, we're going to have 8 volunteers come up here to what we're calling the stage in just a few moments. And those people are going to have the best time of anybody here. They're going to have the best seats in the house. They're going to have a wonderfully fun, enjoyable time. I do want to mention that I cannot compel anybody to come up here. I cannot compel anyone to go into hypnosis. So, there are a couple of people that I want to ask not to volunteer. If you are one of those people who says, I want to prove that I can't be hypnotized, well, that's fine, because in truth I can't hypnotize you. You can only hypnotize yourself following my direction. So if you want to make that point, the easiest way to do it is stay in your seat. That way you won't waste my time, you won't waste their time, and you won't waste your time. The other people that we don't want up here during the show would be anybody who is within the last trimester of pregnancy. Now, it's not that hypnosis is bad for pregnant women or for babies. In fact, my mother used hypnosis to control the pain of childbirth. That's how I came into the world. So hypnosis is really great for that. However, if you're in the last trimester, there's always that chance that your baby will decide to show up in the middle of our production here, and that's a completely different show. So we're not going to do that. Also, I would worry if the baby ended up looking like me afterwards, I could get blamed. You know, that would be bad. So, typically, I insist that no one under the age of 18 volunteer. Because there are so many people under the age of 18 here, we might allow that for right now. You just have to swear up and down to me that your parents will not get angry. All right, if that is the case. Good. And if they do, it's your fault. And you get grounded, not me. So, hypnosis is a natural experience that uses the imagination. Does anybody here have a good imagination? Cyphacon, what are the chances? Right? So, let's find out how good your imagination is. By the way, if you don't think that you have a good imagination, just imagine what it would be like if you did. All right? And follow along here. So we're going to play a little imagination game. When I was a child, we often didn't have much money, so my parents would say, close your eyes and hold out your hand. And that's what I'd like you to do now. Just close your eyes and hold out your hand. And just imagine that I have an ice chest next to me. Now, you're from Southwest Louisiana. You know what it sounds like when an ice chest opens. That creaking sound. So just think about that creaking sound right there in your head. And then you know what it sounds like when I reach down into that ice chest? The way that that ice rattles against the side. There. And I reach down there. No, I'm not going for a beer. I'm going to go for a bright, beautiful lemon. And I'm pulling this bright, beautiful lemon right out of there. And I'm putting it in your hand. And start thinking about how cold that lemon would be right there in your hand. And start thinking about the weight of the lemon. It's not much, but you have a sensitive hand. You can be aware of when there is a lemon right there in your hand. And start thinking about the bright, beautiful yellow color of that lemon and the shape of that lemon. It's not quite like a ball. It's not quite like an egg. It's just exactly like a lemon. And think about if you were to run your thumb across it, that dimpled surface. And the way that it would give, just slightly, if you gave it a squeeze and some of that juice inside would start sloshing around. And then imagine if you were to take that lemon and put it up to your nose and smell the lemon. And think about that delicious lemony scent that smells so nice and clean. And then imagine if you were to very safely and gently take a knife and cut into the lemon. The sound that that knife would make as it cut the lemon. And then imagine if you were to notice how much more that would smell, the stronger aroma, and that little bit of juice running down now onto your wrist. And then imagine if you took that lemon and you placed it to your lips, and you give it a nice good squeeze, and you squeeze that sour lemon juice onto your tongue, and it just felt so soury right there on your tongue. And then notice how much you're salivating right now. So, go ahead and open your eyes. If that lemon sour taste is a little strong, just imagine a bit of sugar or stevia there on your tongue. So if life gives you imaginary lemons, make imaginary lemonade. You can take that lemon that I just gave you and put it away in case you get some imaginary iced tea later on. If I use a lime, it would be imaginary tequila. But in any case, by round of applause, how many people here noticed that their mouth got wet, that they salivated during that? All right, good. How many of you could taste that lemon? All right. How many of you could smell that lemon? Yeah, you would by eating something else. That never.
Yeah, I couldn't taste it. I could smell.
Yeah, you could smell it.
Taste them.
All right, that's interesting. So, how many of you could see the lemon? All right, good. Same crew, I'm noticing. All right, that's excellent. How many of you could feel the coldness of that lemon? Right, and that texture? Excellent. Those of you who applauded for all of that, that means you have excellent imagination. That means that you were able to experience something that's not real, but your mind makes it real, and that's why your body responded by salivating. And that is the essence of hypnosis, getting real results from imaginary events. So, the other important thing is being able to follow directions.
Oh, you're out. Yeah.
Yeah, too bad for you, sir. Yes, you have to be smart enough and willing to follow directions. So, everyone, if you would, put your hands out in front of you. All right. And we're just going to follow directions here and just clap once, clap twice, clap 3 times, and clasp your hands together. All right, bring them in, bring them right up in front of your face there, and then make the steeple. Right, like the children's game, make the steeple, good, elbows out, and just look at that spot right there where the 2 fingers meet. And focus all of your attention on that spot where the 2 fingers meet. Now in just a moment I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. And I am going to ask you at that point to make the V with your fingers. That means the fingertips separate, nothing else moves, just the fingertips, all right? So don't make a W, don't make an X, make a V at that point. And then I'm going to ask you to use your imagination to imagine something really, really interesting. Ready? 3, 2, get ready to make the V. 1, make the V and imagine really powerful magnets in those fingertips. Imagine those magnets getting stronger and stronger. Imagine those magnets getting stronger and stronger. I don't want you to force it. I don't want you to fight it. I just want you to let those magnets get stronger and stronger until they bring your fingertips together. And just go ahead and allow those magnets. You can feel it right there. If you can feel it, just go ahead and let it happen. Let those fingers come right together. And as soon as they come together, just imagine that those magnets in your fingertips get 1,000 times stronger, 1,000 times stronger. Those magnets getting 1,000 times stronger, so that at that point, it's as though it's impossible to separate the fingertips. It's as though the fingertips are completely locked together, and the harder that you try in vain to pull them apart, the more tightly locked they become. The harder that you try in vain to pull them apart, the stronger the magnets become. They become tightly locked there together until I clap my hands and then they'll separate. Good job. All right, if your fingertips got stuck together, raise your hands above your head and clap. All right. Good job. You are the kind of people that I want in my pirate crew to go on a pirate adventure with me. So, now is an excellent time to recruit my crew. I do want to say that this fine lady is pointing a camcorder at me, so by coming up here, you are agreeing to appear on that video, which may end up on YouTube.
It will.
Right, I may end up slapping it on a promotional DVD.
You can have it. You can have it.
So in case you are here as part of the Pirate Witness Protection Program, you probably don't want to come up here and volunteer. But anyone else?
If no one wants me to film, I'll stop.
Does anybody object to her filming? We're good with it. All right, we will keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. You're going to have a fun time. No one will be embarrassed or humiliated because, by the way, when you're up here, you're a member of my crew. And I do not let people who are embarrassed or humiliate members of my crew. So, I'm going to go pick up that fiddle and play a little music. Those of you who want to volunteer, just come on up here and get a seat.
later, okay?
Are you doing this? No, no. I'm waiting for food.
You should go. Oh, no. You're
One more spot.
Seriously, you should try it out. I think it'd be great.
For me? Yes, you. Oh, my daughter's doing it. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Have a round of applause for these volunteers. Now, if you are wearing glasses,
That's not a
it would
snack,
probably
it's
be a good idea to
meal.
take them off
Smaller.
I knew better.
and put them in a safe spot. Can we put them on the table? Would that work for you?
To take your glasses
where did you
off.
put those on?
All right, we'll blind you.
Because you
I
said
do.
if
I mean, I'm gonna blind you.
if
That's
you're
crazy.
wearing
Right,
glasses,
you're right there. Just set them down. And the reason we
you
do
need to
that,
take your glasses
there are two reasons.
off.
One is that generally
Where'd you get it?
people associate taking off their glasses with relaxing, and this will be a relaxing experience. The other reason is that you might end up slumping over at some point. In fact, if we could, I want to just practice a little something. I need you to be my anchor and just sit like you are, and everyone else on this side, put your head on the shoulder of the person to your right. There you go. Just go ahead. There you go. All right. Whoa. Yeah. In that particular group, sorry. You all right there? Okay. Can I give you a hand up? All right, now, specifically, if you would have a seat here, if you'll be my anchor, usually I have one continuous row. So if you'll be my anchor, and if each of you could just put your head on the shoulder of the person to your right, there you go. All right. Can I get an aw? Aww. Okay, that's right. All right, now sit back up. All right, and you, sir, and you, young lady, you will be my anchors. Don't lean over right now. Everybody else, put your head on the shoulder of the person to your left. All right, there you go. Can I get an aw? Aww. This has nothing to do with hypnosis. I just think it's adorable. All right. Go ahead and sit back up. Now, actually, the reason that I have you do that is that when you start relaxing into hypnosis, there's an excellent chance that your neck will get a little bit tired, that you'll want to lean over, and so I want to just make sure that we're all comfortable leaning on each other and giving each other a shoulder to support. All right, so play a little bit of musical chairs really quickly. Do you two know each other? You don't know each other. All right, that's good. You know her? All right, excellent. You two, I know are friends. If you would stand up for me. All right, and if you'll stand up for me, and if you'll two will swap places, that would be great. Thank you so much. All right. So, now what I would like you to do is pick out a spot on the ceiling over there at the other side of the room. Just pick out a spot on the ceiling. Not you with the camcorder. Well, I guess you can. And you can see. All right, then you'll just have to imagine with us. Just kind of imagine that you're looking at a spot up there. Okay. All right. Good. So, what I need you to do is focus on that spot, and through this next little bit, here's when I'm going to ask the audience to be as quiet as possible, because this is the part where we will be inducing the hypnotic state. Now, I want to mention real briefly that I'm going to say the word sleep at various times in this show. That doesn't mean you're going to fall asleep the way that you do in your bed at home. It's actually a sleep of the nervous system. It's just going to feel like a good, relaxed state. And you will still hear my voice. You will still hear the voices of the people around you. You will still have the voice inside your head. If I didn't warn you about that, it would be sitting there saying, hey, well, I'm not really hypnotized. I'm still aware of everything. It's just like I'm sitting here. Yes, that's what hypnosis feels like, just like sitting there. So, go ahead and pick out that spot. Look at that spot up there. And I'm going to start playing some notes on the violin. And each time that I play a note, I'd like you to close your eyes down. And then in the silence after the note, I'd like you to open up your eyes, but I want you to each time you open them a little bit more slowly. Open them up half as much, putting twice as much effort and struggle and strain into opening them, so that you are intentionally making it as though it's harder and harder to open your eyes each time we have silence between the notes. Until at some point, and I don't know which note it'll be on, it might be up here, it might be down there, somewhere in there, you'll just decide you would rather keep your eyelids closed, and to that point you can just keep them closed even during the silence. Everybody understand? Alright, this is going to be a lot of fun. I am the world's one and only violin hypnotist. So you are about to have a unique and wonderful experience. The other thing I'd like to mention is that each time I play a note that gets a little lower, I would like you to relax a little bit more. Can we do that? Everybody understand? Alright, good. So focusing on that spot, remember that you close your eyes as you hear the note. And then open them very slowly during the silence in between. Then relaxing a little bit more. Close the eyes. Struggling even more to open them in between. Closing the eyes down. Relaxing more. Opening them only half as much. Struggling that much more to open them. Let's go. Closing those eyes down. And this time, as you keep them closed, I want you to start thinking about someplace where you would love to go on vacation. And start seeing that spot where you would love to go on vacation. And now, open your eyes very slowly, struggling, wishing you were back at that vacation spot, which you can be as soon as we close the eyes down again. Struggling to open them, or just leaving them closed now from here on out. Relaxing down a little bit more. Allowing yourself to just slip more and more into that beautiful, wonderful vacation spot, thinking about the things you see there. Thinking about all the things that you hear. Relaxing down more and more. Almost at the very basement of relaxation. And now just allowing your eyes to remain closed. Now in a moment I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. And by the time I reach the number 1, just allow your eyes to be completely locked shut. Just think about how you're in that wonderful vacation, and as long as you keep those eyes closed, you're going to remain in that beautiful vacation spot, so you like to lock the door behind you. So lock those eyelids shut as I count down. 5, locking those eyelids. 4, just imagining powerful, powerful magnets of relaxation, holding those eyelids shut. 3, just imagine a soothing and comfortable substance made of starlight, yet which holds your eyes like super glue, tightly shut. 2, imagining that you are just locking those eyes so tightly shut that no matter how hard you try in vain to open them, they'd be completely locked shut. So that when the time we reach all the way down, you'll be at that point where you can just try in vain to open them, and you won't be able to. 2, 1, and notice they're completely locked shut. And go ahead and try now. Try in vain. Try in vain to open the eyelids, finding that they are completely locked shut. But the harder that you try in vain, the more locked shut they become. And you can actually enjoy that fact. It can be amusing and entertaining that your eyelids have become completely locked shut until I snap my fingers. 1, 2, 3. Opening your eyes. Feeling all right. Now, it is important. All of you have passed the test to become members of my pirate crew, so I now must swear you in as members of my pirate crew. Raise your right hand. All right, look at my hand. Look at your hand. That's all right, just stay there. Imagine you can see my hand. Focusing all your attention right there on my hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Promise to be an entertaining pirate. I promise to have fun. When my captain says sleep, I I will go into a deep, deep state of relaxation. I will still hear everything my captain says. I will still do everything my captain says, even if it's silly or fun. My hand is made of wood. My arm is made of wood. My shoulder is made of wood. My arm is a statue. My arm cannot move. The harder I try to move my arm, the more stuck it becomes. I know this is absolutely true. Everything the captain says is true. My arm is completely stuck. Now try in vain to move your arm. Find that your arm is completely stuck. Find that your arm is completely stuck. All right, that's good. That's good. And take a nice deep breath. Focus right here. And when I come by and touch your arm becomes unstuck. And just relax deeply and sleep. Just rest down and sleep. All right. And if you want to take my hand, and if you'll stand up, on the count of 3, you are completely out of hypnosis. Only the person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching will be completely out of hypnosis on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, feeling great? All right. If you could watch the show from your seat, we'd really appreciate it. This does not mean she can't be hypnotized. It means today is not her day. But we would like a round of applause for her for volunteering. And if you will take my hand, stand up. Step 1, step over to your left. Sit down. Look right. Feeling good?
Should get it from an angle for the
Yeah,
induction.
sleep.
For the induction, you should go from the side so you can actually see it.
Yeah.
I guess. We're filming that way.
Okay.
I'll go that way.
People I'm touching, sleep. And sleep. All right, good job. Now, from here on out, any sound that you hear just increases that wonderful hypnotic feeling that you are enjoying. And from here on out, any sound that you hear encourages you to enjoy the hypnosis more and more. In fact, the sound of applause just thrills you. You know that these people are applauding for you because you are the stars of this show, and you know that it's a wonderfully fun thing. And so anytime that the audience applauds or cheers, that just encourages you to enjoy it more. All of my volunteers, just nod your head that you understand. Good job. All right. And the person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, sit up. And lean your head back and sleep. There you go. The person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, sit up. Lean your head back and sleep. The person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, you are the star of the show. Anytime that the audience applauds or cheers, you know it's for you because you're a big star. The person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, is a huge star. And anytime your fans cheer, you know it's for you. And it just excites you so much that you stand up and you wave and you smile and you have a wonderful time waving and smiling at your fans. The person I'm touching, just nod your head that you understand. All right, good job. And could we have a round of applause for these fantastic volunteers? The more they cheer, the more you smile. The more they clap, the more you have a great time. And when they're done, you just sit down and go right back to sleep. Good job. All right. Let's have a round of applause for these volunteers. Now, all of my volunteers, all of these wonderful members of my crew, you know, sometimes it gets lonely when you're out at sea, and there's really nothing that cheers you up as much as a pet. So all of my volunteers, I would like you to start thinking about your favorite pet. It might be a pet you actually have at home, or it might be a pet you've always dreamed of having. And as you think about that pet, realize that in just a few moments we're going to allow that pet to visit the ship. And you're going to have a wonderful visit with that pet. So in just a moment, I am going to count from 3 to 1. And at that point, I want you to sit up, open your eyes while remaining deeply in this wonderful trance, knowing that even with your eyes open, you just go more and more into this wonderful fun time. And then allow yourself to just notice your favorite pet sitting right there on the floor in front of you. And react with that surprise as soon as you see it. All of my volunteers, nod your head that you understand. All right, good. 3, 2, get ready to see that pet. And 1, open your eyes, sit up, and notice your favorite pet right there on the floor in front of you. Notice it right there on the floor in front of you. Just reach down and grab that pet. Grab that pet and pull that pet up into your lap. Pull that pet up into your lap. Boy, I hope nobody chose a horse this time. And pull that pet right up there into your lap. That's good, that's good. And the person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, what kind of animal have you chosen? A cat. What is that cat's name? Zoe. What color is your cat? White. All right. Does that cat like to be petted? Yes. All right. Go ahead and pet that cat. Just go ahead and pet that cat. The person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, what kind of animal do we have?
Cat.
A cat also. All right. And what kind of cat is this?
Pietro. He's a gray tabby.
Oh, all right. Excellent, excellent. And the person I'm touching, what kind of animal do we have here? Also a cat. Cats are popular today. And what is your cat's name? And what is your cat's favorite thing to do? Sleep. All right. I should be careful about saying that word, shouldn't I? The person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching. What kind of animal do we have here?
Kitty.
A kitty. All right. See, they were all cats to him. And what is your kitty's name?
My name is Tiger Lily.
Ah, Tiger Lily. And what color is Tiger Lily?
She's a gray tabby.
Ah, gray tabby. Excellent. Excellent. And right here, what kind of animal do you have? A cat. Also excellent. And what is your cat's name? All right, excellent, good job. And you, sir, what sort of animal do we have? A German Shepherd. What kind of cat is that? Oh, it's not. What kind of animal is it? A dog, a dog. And what is your German Shepherd dog's name? Nolan. All right. And what does Nolan like to do? Nola likes to lick. All right. This is a family show. I won't go anywhere with that. So, now I would like each and every one of you to realize that in just a moment, I'm going to start snapping my fingers. And each time that I snap my fingers, your pet is going to grow by a size. And growing, getting bigger, 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 getting bigger, 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 bigger and bigger. And just keep petting that animal. Just reach right over to its head and pet it now. That great big animal right there. And pet that animal. That's good. That's good. Very good. Good job. And now in just a moment I'm going to start clapping my hands. And as I do, that animal is going to get smaller, 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 smaller. Shrinking down to way tiny, way tiny, way tiny. So tiny you could almost lose the animal. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Look for that animal. Are you sitting on it? Apparently not. All right, good. And now in just a moment I'm going to clap my hands, and at that point your animal will be back to regular size. All right, now go ahead and pet that animal. Good job. Now, as you know, we don't normally have cats and dogs on a pirate ship. What we have, the audience, you know what we have there?
Parrots!
Parrots, that's right. So, what we're going to do is we actually have some parrot costumes that we are going to put on these dogs and cats. So go ahead and just reach over there to your right and get that parrot costume and put it on your animal. All right. Good job. Just go ahead and get that. There it is. You got it now. And just put it on the animal. Remember that animals don't really like wearing costumes. So just work to put it on there. Work to get it on there. And once you've got it on there, just let me know by raising your hand to let me know that you've got that on there. Don't raise your hand until you have the costume on the animal. All right. Good job. And are we all there? All right, good, good. Well, we're still working on it. Did your kitty bite you? Oh my gosh. All right, now, you can go ahead and put your hand down. Now, the thing is that these are magical costumes. And because these are magical costumes, that means that some of these animals can now fly like parrots. And I'm going to need to get 3 members of the crew to engage in the parrot races. All right, I know we definitely want this lady that I'm touching on the shoulder. If you could stand up, please. All right, and thinking actually, this one right here, if you could stand up as well, just take a step forward, and okay, all right, and this gentleman right here representing the dogs, all right, and just take about 2 steps forward, holding on to your parrot. All right, and now what we're going to do, if we could have you move to center stage, what we're going to do is we're going to have a parrot race. And in a moment, I'm going to say ready, set, go. And when I do, let loose of that parrot. It's going to fly all the way around the space. It's going to make 3 arcs around the space, 3 circuits. And the way that we're going to find out who's going the fastest is the more that you jump up and down, encourage, scream and yell your parrot, the faster it will go. My volunteers who are here standing up, you will be the ones racing. Do you understand? All right, good job. Are you ready to see this? All right. Let's give them some love to encourage them. All right. And ready, set, go. And they're off. They're flying around. You see, encourage them. Encourage them. Come on. Come around. It's coming around there. It's coming around for the first arc. The first arc. And it's going around one more time. One more time. Audience, can you see them? They're arcing around there. Hey, don't stop to do that. All right, keep doing around. Come around. Come on. Come on. Encourage the dog. Come on. Encourage the ear. All right. Right. And they're coming around for the third arc. The third arc. They're coming back around. They're coming back around. And catch your animal. Catch your animal. Be sure to catch the animal. All right. Good job. Good job. So, whew, that was really close. Is anybody here who's sure who was the winner?
Yes.
All right, you believe you have the winner. All right, let's go ahead and test this out by a round of applause. We're going to find out who the winner is. All those who would believe that it was this gentleman with Nola, the dog parrot, give me a round of applause. All right, thank you. All those who believe that it was this lovely lady with her kitty, give me a round of applause. And is it this fine lady here? So we have our victor. All right. If you would, just go ahead and hold on to your animal. Have a seat back down there. We would like to give you a wonderful trophy right here. I'm reaching in. Beautiful trophy. There for you. There for you. All right. And now, there's one more very important thing about these pets, and that's that they can't stay on the pirate ship. You're going to have to send them home. I'm sorry. But for one brief moment, before you send them away, I would like you to just know that I'm going to snap my fingers, and when I do, you will be able to speak the language that your animal understands, whether it's all and at that point, I want you to just take a few moments to tell your favorite pet how you feel about them. Just share all that love with them. Ready? And go. Go ahead and tell that animal how much you love it. But see, your animals are hard of hearing, so you're going to have to say it really loud. Excellent. And go ahead and scratch that animal in their favorite spot. And now, you're going to have to get ready to let your animal fly on back home. So lift it up, lift it on up, look lovingly into its eyes for a moment, and then it's going to fly back home, and it's going to be waiting for you, and it's going to remember this great experience of knowing how much you love it. Ready? When I count down from 3 to 1, just let it fly off. 3, 2, 1. Flying off, just watch it. There they go. Wave. Fly. All right, good job. And now, everybody, take a look at my hand. All right. Look over there. Look over there. Look up. Look down. Over there. There. Up. Down. There. There. Up. Down. Close your eyes. Sleep. There we go. Good job. All right. Are we having fun yet? Good. Good. All right. The gentleman I'm touching, only the gentleman who I'm touching. Go ahead and open your eyes. You doing well? I really appreciate you volunteering. I'm Captain James Mesmer. Look at your hand, and sleep. That's good. Drifting down, feeling even better. The deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go. So you just drift down. Just drift down. And now, in just a moment, I'm going to ask the person I'm touching, only the person I'm touching, to open his eyes while remaining deeply in this wonderful hypnotic trance. And at that point, you're going to be quite certain, you're going to notice that you've actually lost your hat. And you're going to be quite certain that the hat that is on my head is in fact your hat. And you are going to demand that hat from me. You will not get violent, but you will certainly insist that that is your hat, no matter how much other people tell you otherwise. Just nod your head that you understand that this hat on my head is your hat. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Sir, open your eyes. How are you doing? You having fun? All right, yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't get her out of the hypnosis yet, but everything all right. I see you brought that cane, but that's just for show. All right, good, good. That's what? This? No, this is my hat. I mean, everybody, you saw me wearing this hat, right?
Yep.
That's crazy talk, crazy talk. I mean, did you wear this hat in here? Where did you buy this hat?
I didn't get it. I didn't buy that.
You didn't buy this hat? Who gave you that hat?
That's my grandfather's hat.
This was your grandfather? Was your grandfather a pirate?
Yes.
He was a pirate. I believe that, actually. That is crazy. Well, man, I don't know. See, but if I give this hat back to you, I won't have a hat to wear. Is that fair?
What happened to your hat?
What happened to my hat? I don't know. Do you see my hat sitting anywhere out here? Oh, it's right there on the... Gosh, I am so sorry. Wow, that was totally silly of me. Man, clearly, obviously, this one is my hat. This looks so much better on me, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Good job. All right, well, I'm glad that we got that all cleared up and, didn't come to any sort of violence or anything like that. Feel better with your hat on? All right, good job, good job. This is called the Kodak moment. Now, if you would just take a look right here. Take a look right here and sleep. There you go. Good job. Let's have a round of applause for that fantastic guy. Now I have to decide what other fun thing to do with my volunteers.
Ooh, dancing?
Out of curiosity, does anybody here have any business cards? Anybody here have any business cards? If I could have 6 business cards from someone. That is a heck of a business card. All right. This one's way too nice. Yeah. Sir, if you would do that. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We need 6 business cards. Credit cards will do too. You won't get these back, by the way. All right, we've got 4. We need 2. Well, we can go with this one. We need one more business card. Do we have one more business card? Do you have one, lady? Oh, you were getting on your camera because a handsome man was walking towards you.
Cedric. I got one.
That is exactly what it was. All right, well, sorry, you're too slow. This is how I just get phone numbers from women in the audience, actually. All those of you sitting right here, just remember that every time I say the word sleep, you go even more deeper into that wonderful, soothing space. And that any time I say the word sleep and you close your eyes, you go back to that wonderful, enjoyable vacation spot. That's good. You can just feel totally comfortable right there in that sleepless. So, all of my volunteers, in a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and at that point I'll need you to open your eyes while remaining deeply in this wonderful hypnotic state. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Sit up. All right, are we having fun here? All right, good. And with my hands and sleep. All right. good. We've got that going on. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and then I want you to open your eyes, feeling absolutely wonderful, still remaining in that trance state. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Feeling great. Go ahead and head up, and in a moment, I'm going to actually ask for you to stand up and take a few steps right in front of you. We're going to move this beautiful bear to a nice, safe location. Is that okay?
She's sitting over here.
All right.
She's going to live it with us.
So, and at that point, we're going to play a card game that we used to play on the ship all the time. It's a lot of fun. It's called Card Stick. So, if you would now, stand up, feeling stable on your feet. That's good. You've got your sea legs under you. Take about 1 step forward. All right, that's good. And each of you, take a card. Take any card. I don't care which card you take. Just take one of the cards. There you go. Just go ahead and take a card. All right, you can take any card you like. All right. Wow, some of these cards kind of stick together. All right, there you go. She went for the big card there. All right. And sir, you're stuck with that one. All right, go ahead and flip it over so you can see what's on there. And just take note of something on that card. All right, and now what I'd like you to do is, just like we're going to do with this young lady, I'll go ahead and guide your hand to it. Just hold on to it nice and tight between that thumb and forefinger, and just hold it right about there. Can you see it clearly from there? Can you see it fairly well? You make it out. All right, just go ahead and just imagine that you can focus on a spot right there on it. All right, and just hold it right there. And I need all of you to just go ahead and do that with your hand. Just take your right hand, hold it right up there, right up there. That's good. Just a little bit. Right up there. There you go. Just hold it nice and tight between the thumb and the forefinger. This is the way that I get people to actually keep my business cards when I hand them out. All right, so just go ahead and focus all of your attention on a spot on that card. And as you're focusing all of your attention on that spot on that card, hold it nice and tight between the thumb and the forefinger. Hold it nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. And start saying to yourself, I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop this. I'm going, and notice that the more you say that, the more it gets stuck in your hand. The more that you say that, the more it gets stuck. The harder that you say that, the more it gets stuck. The more that you try in vain to let go of it, the more stuck it becomes. The more you try in vain to let go of it. And so go ahead, try in vain. Find that the harder that you try in vain, the more stuck it becomes as you keep saying, I'm going to drop that, I'm going to drop this. And just go ahead and try that. Go ahead and try that with all your might. All your might. That's good. And it's going to remain there until this lovely lady right here is going to decide when you get to release them. So when you're ready for them to be allowed to release those cards, go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. I wonder, can you try to pull it out with your other hand? You try to pull it out, and notice both get stuck. They both get stuck there. They both are totally stuck. Both are totally stuck. All right. And you young lady, can you try to let go of it? Trying to let go of it? All right. Can you try to pull it out there? Try to pull it out. Now this hand becomes unstuck. This hand becomes unstuck, and that hand will become unstuck as soon as this hand gets stuck to your forehead, or to your head. There you go. Now that's totally stuck. Now just try in vain to pull that hand off. Try in vain to pull that hand out of there. All right. And you, sir, if you could try to pull it out. You're a big, strong man. I bet you could try in vain to pull it out. Find that it will not pull out. And in fact, we're going to release this hand right here. We're going to put this hand right here on your nose, right there on the nose. And find that as soon as this finger is stuck to your nose, that hand becomes completely released. There you go. So is that finger stuck? Then that hand can be completely released. There you go. All right. And you, young lady, as soon as you clap your hands, all of these people will be unstuck. Are you ready for that? So as soon as you're ready, go ahead and do it. Nice loud clap. Give us a louder clap. There we go. There we go. All right. Good job. Did you know you were a hypnotist? How cool is that? All right, so we're going to go ahead and set these in a safe place so that I don't trip over them. And if each of the volunteers could just sit down now, just take a step back. Guide you over here. You're doing great. Just a little to your left. There you go. Good job. And glad to have these cards. I'll call you later. Now. Oh yeah, and a lot of them are still like, sleep! Sometimes I forget about these people. Alright, good job. Now, did you have fun being a hypnotist? Yes. Did you like that? Alright, good. Would all of you like to be hypnotists for a moment? Alright, I'm now going to certify all of you as honorary hypnotists. All of you are imbued with the mighty power of hypnosis, because in just a few moments, anytime that the entire audience, or most of them anyway, shout the word sleep. All members of my crew, it will be just as though I had said it. You'll go right back into that deep, wonderful, relaxing sleep-like state. So just nod your head when you understand. Good, just nodding your head that you understand. Excellent. All right. All right, on the count of 3, open your eyes, feeling great. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, sit up, feeling great. Are we having fun? You enjoying it? All right, good job, good job. All right. Audience, you know what to do when I count down from 3 to 1, right? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sleep.
Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, now give these people a round of applause. I saw. All right, now, in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes, and at that point, anytime that I say a certain word, let's see, only the people whose shoulder I'm touching will be quite certain that something has somewhat rudely, but not at all inappropriately, pinched their butt. And it will be very alarming. You'll jump up and you'll wonder. It will be like the chair pinched your butt. And you will wonder what the heck happened. You may even accuse somebody nearby you of having pinched your butt. And you will do that anytime that I say the word hypnosis. Just nod your head that you understand. All right, good. And the same thing is true right over here. Anytime that I say the word hypnosis, the person whose shoulder I'm touching will be quite certain that the chair or someone nearby has pinched his butt, and he will jump up and be indignant. No violence will ensue, though, and this will be fun, not embarrassing. Just nod your head that you understand. All right, good job. On the count of 3, you'll open your eyes, feeling absolutely wonderful, but still following all of your captain's directions. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, sitting up, feeling great. All right. You guys having fun? All right, man. I am really sorry that we haven't gotten started yet. I'm sure that all of these people are really looking forward to hearing and seeing some hypnosis. You know. What just happened there? You felt something. What did you feel? Oh, it must have been the cane. Yeah. Can we just get the cane out of the way? All right. This is the backup hypnosis plan. We don't really do that. But everybody else is all right. You're enjoying the hypnosis? What? What's wrong? Are you doing something to her? What's going on here? Are you sure you're not? Because I mean, she looks a little concerned there. All right. Well, just sit back down. Just relax. I'm sure everything's good. Did it happen again? Young lady, that is not appropriate behavior here. This man, you can't do that. Look, I mean, I know that hat is irresistible, but as we all know, cosplay does not equal consent. So, apparently kilts do.
Oh, God.
Wow, well that is a bit of a concern. You know, as a hypnotist, I want to make sure that you're totally safe and comfortable during our hypnosis. So.
My hand's all the way over here.
Oh, God. You know what? I bet there's something with that chair. Just move over one chair. Just move over one chair. You, sir, if you could move over one chair, I'm sure that's all it is. I mean, because I want you to be comfortable. I want you to enjoy hypnosis, right? And, what? You're just going to stand? All right. You don't trust the chairs. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, sir, are you all right?
These chairs hate me.
Those chairs hate you? Well, that's a pretty spiteful thing for a chair. Did you hurt a chair? Did you kill that chair's mother or something? Past life? What? You like chairs normally, right? Chairs are your friend. All right. And the battery died. No, I turned it off. There you go. You like chairs, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Whew. I'm an expert. See, I'm a professional. All right. Well, if you could just stand. I mean, I'm sure that it's very unlikely that the same problem is going to keep occurring now that you're standing. And that way, and do you know that horses can sleep standing up? Right? So actually, I'm sure that you can experience hypnosis right there. It wasn't me. You saw me. It wasn't me. You were filming, right? It wasn't me. Okay. You know what? You know what I think it is? I think these chairs are possessed. How are we going to deal with possessed chairs, folks, on the ship? This is a serious problem. Can you think of a magic charm that would cast the demon out of the chair?
Not particularly.
Not, boy, we're in trouble. What about you, sir, with the really great hat?
Fire.
Fire. You like fire. So you're thinking, okay, we're not actually allowed to burn down these chairs, but could we chant something relating to fire?
He and I must be.
All right. What would be a good fire chant?
Fire, fire, pants on fire.
All right, I know one. All right, are you ready, everybody? All right, you know how to answer this. I'm going to say the first part of the chant, and psychically, you're all going to figure out what the rest of it is. All right, ready? Goodness gracious!
Great balls of fire.
All right, let's do it louder all together. Everybody join us in that. Goodness gracious!
Great balls of fire.
All right, I'm sure that problem is fixed now. Go ahead and have a seat there. Go ahead and have a seat. That problem is completely taken care of. It's completely gone. All right. And so I'm sure that you're really going to enjoy some hypnosis soon. So I'm sorry, but fire didn't do the trick. Fire did not use it. You know what it is? It could be a tag in your pocket. Are you carrying something odd in your pocket? Do you have any money in your pocket? Oh well, so much for my attempt to get her money. All right. What do you think of my hat? You think that's a cool hat? All right, cool. Yeah. What about his hat?
Sorry.
That's also. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, you know, he brought it in here apparently. All right. If each and every one of you could just do me a favor, real quick, audience, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1.
Sleep.
And from here on out, anytime you hear that particular word that starts with H, the chairs no longer pinch your butt. Nothing pinches your butt. And in fact, instead, it just reminds you of something really funny. And you smile, and you might even giggle. And if you've ever been in that situation, like when you're in church and you're not supposed to laugh, but you start laughing anyway, that's what will happen whenever you hear that word, hypnosis. Ready? So let's try that chant again. Goodness gracious!
Great balls of fire.
All right, I bet that did it. All right, on the count of 3, all of my volunteers, open your eyes, feeling great. Still remaining in trance, still following all my directions. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. All right, good job, good job. You feeling better? Well, I am so sorry about that problem with the tax and all that, but I think because we threw in some hypnosis, the magic probably worked. And so I'm thinking that probably that hypnosis was really the key to it. I mean, hypnosis is a wonderful thing. It's a natural state that's so relaxing. I love it when people come to me for hypnosis. Some of them like to stop smoking with hypnosis. Some people like to lose weight with hypnosis. I still need to do a bit of that. And as I mentioned, my mother used hypnosis. Are you laughing at my mother? Why would you laugh at my mother? That was, I mean, a lot of people think it's painful. You think childbirth is a joke? Well, it might be with hypnosis, I guess. I mean, she said that with hypnosis, the pain was just on the other side of the room. And that's a wonderful thing. Yeah. She is your friend, isn't she? Are you still her friend? Right? I mean.
Between us two, and I just thought about the whole wretched thing.
Wow, it's spreading. Now anytime I say hypnosis, you're thinking of that too, aren't you? You can't stop it. It's getting worse and worse each time I say hypnosis. You're remembering the ratchet thing, and now it's spreading, right? Anytime you hear the word hypnosis for the next week, you're just going to laugh because of that. All right, so yeah. Audience, could you say the H word on the count of 3? Because the more people say it, the stronger the effect is. 1, 2, 3.
Hypnosis!
All right. Good job. And we're just going to go ahead and let you keep that one because that seems like a lot of fun. Audience, if you could say the S word when I count down from 3 to 1. It's almost time to wrap up. So, 3, 2, 1.
Sleep.
Good job. All right. I just looked at the clock, realized we are nearly out of time. So, have you had a good time with the show?
Indeed.
Woo! Yeah!
All right, have a seat. There you go. And now, any harmful or dangerous suggestions that you've been given that, of course, were not harmful or dangerous here, but that could be harmful or dangerous if you reacted to them in the wrong situation, are now removed. Any fun suggestions from today that you would like to keep, you are welcome to hold on to. Now, a lot of times in my regular Pirate Hypnotist show, I tell a long story about 3 wishes. Now, I don't have time to go into that. Oh, by the way, real quickly, the person whose shoulder I'm touching, at the end of the show, you are really concerned and you have no idea why the heck you're wearing that hat and why the heck I'm wearing the hat that I am wearing. Just nod your head. Do you understand? Good job. All right, so this is what I like to call the 4th wish. And those of you in the audience may feel free to join along with this if you wish. If you want to close your eyes and think about something you would love to do in life, some goal that you have, something reasonably attainable, not simply buying jetpacks, going to the moon, and becoming florists, but some of you are listening. Some of you care about the homeless. And
Yes, we do. Yes.
start thinking about what it would be like to wake up one morning and suddenly realize that that thing you've dreamed about has come true, that you are accomplishing that thing you have always wanted. And start thinking about the things you would see that prove to you that that's happened. Start thinking about the things you would hear, the things people would say that prove to you that you have reached your goals. Start thinking about the things you would feel, the way you would dress, the way you would walk and stand and move. Start thinking about even the things you would smell and taste in that experience. Think about emotionally how good it would feel to accomplish and achieve that thing. That's good. And this is what we call the 4th wish. Now we're going to add something wonderful into it. And in a moment I'm going to come by and I'm going to take one hand from each of you and I'm going to raise it up, and when I raise it up I want you to make it into a fist. Those of you in the audience can just go ahead and do that. And that fist is going to be completely stiff and straight. The arm will not move. Fist stiff and straight. Fist stiff and straight. Stiff and straight. Good job. Wow, this is going to be tricky. All right, person whose shoulder I'm touching, sit up just a little bit, but do remain in trance. All right, good job. Fist stiff and straight. Fist stiff and straight. Give me one. There you go. All right, and you, sir? Fist stiff and straight. All right, that arm is completely stiff and straight, impossible to move. Just make it impossible to move. Locked in at the shoulder, locked in at the wrist, locked in at the elbow. Completely impossible to move. And as soon as it's impossible to move, that is when all of the obstacles, everything that is standing in the way of achieving that goal is going to move into that fist. Everything that could possibly get in the way of your absolute success has moved into that fist now. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. I'm going to clap my hands, and at that moment, that fist and that arm will become completely relaxed. They will flop safely at your side, and that ball of obstacles will shoot into outer space. Ready? 3, 2, getting ready to release, and 1. And it's shooting past the Earth's atmosphere, past the Earth's gravity, past the moon, past the planets, past the stars, getting farther and farther, farther and farther, farther and farther away, until finally it is sucked up into a black hole or burned up in a faraway star, and it is gone, gone, gone. And you feel fantastic. And that is the 4th wish. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to invite all of my volunteers to open their eyes feeling as though they've had a 9-hour nap, a 7-hour massage, a weekend at the spa, and a fantastic vacation, knowing that they have had so much fun doing hypnosis. Now, I would also like to mention that anytime anyone else here mentions what you have done here, it fills you with a sense of pride. You say, yeah, I was a member of the pirate crew, and you weren't. So it will be impossible for anybody to mock you for anything that is done here. Instead, you will simply smile and say, I had a great time being a member of the Pirate Hypnotist crew. So, as I play the violin, with each note higher, Allow yourself to slowly, gently, luxuriantly come out of that trance state so that when I reach all the way to the top, you will feel absolutely wonderful opening your eyes, being completely out of trance, feeling great. Almost there. Opening the eyes, feeling great. Stretch your arms, wiggle your fingers and toes, make sure that you've still got all 10. I'm the pirate hypnotist. Let's have a round of applause for these fantastic people. Those of you who have glasses, I'm going to hope that you know which ones are yours because I'm just going to hand you some.
Hey, that's my hat.
What?
It's my hat.
This is not your hat. Everybody. What? That's crazy. Don't you remember when he was insisting that that was his hat? Are those the right glasses? Yeah, these were right here. All right, good job. What? That is great.
That's my hat.
Who here agrees that this is my hat? A few people. Oh, well. Who thinks that that one's my hat and this is his hat? I don't know, that's kind of tough.
Cut the hat in half.
How did that happen? What on earth did we do? So, about how long do you feel like you've been sitting there, sir?
I don't know. I've lost track.
You know, you've lost track of time? Anybody here want to hazard a guess as to how long you've been sitting up here? About 9 hours? Yeah, were they 9 hours of massage or a nap, perhaps? All right. Yeah, what time do you have there? 3 o'clock, it says. It's as though we had just started, right? That is another proof that you have experienced hypnosis. So as you head on back to your seats and head on out there, I'm just going to play one more happy tune. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to chat, clap, cheer, applause.